The Beretta Worlds, we have all the action, come rain or shine. We find out how they set up a double trap layout for the Rio Olympic Games. Plus, Clay's on the brain. Henry Hopking has another tip to keep your mind on the game.
Sometimes people go pull, and other times it might be pull.
Welcome to Claysports. Birds of a feather flock together, and at the Holywell Estate there's a whole gaggle of Berettas, attempting to knock flocks out of the CPC birds thrown across the sky. Over the past few days, Beretta owners have descended on this pretty estate in the hope of a personal best or a chance of some of the great prizes on offer, including a Breitling watch. Last year, Mark Marshall took the top spot, and at the start of the last day, Richard Bunning and John Lee are tied on 114. So what were the course setters expecting?
116, for me, that's where I think it will be. My father, who obviously said it with me, he was thinking a little bit lower, 114, 115. Hopefully I'm right. In all honesty, but no, and in previous years as well, it's been around that mark, 114, 115. We had a 117 previously as well, so it's consistent with what we'd expect. A lot of good shooters out today as well, so fingers crossed to make me right. One of those comes in and pits it. Yeah, we're where we'd like to be.
The estate has taken a bit of a hammering with monsoon conditions one moment and bright sunshine the next, but the course has handled it and everything has gone according to plan.
We started the layout about 3 weeks ago, so actually the weather wasn't too bad then. So in terms of putting the targets on, setting the course up, no real issues with it at all. Yes, it's been difficult in terms of gaining access, but other than that, no issues. Traps have arrived when we wanted them, clays have arrived when we wanted them, it's all gone like clockwork, just the weather.
We are of course in the middle of the clay shooting season, which means that if you've made the effort to come, you might as well make the most of it. Kirk came over from the States for the Worlds, but couldn't resist coming here as Berettas are big on the West Coast.
If you go to California, you'll see a lot of Beretta shooters. There's a lot of Italians that immigrated to San Francisco, fishermen, California. So that Italian immigration, they stick with the Beretta name. So the guys I shoot with at home that are Italian, they shoot Beretta or Prazzi, and Berettas are very popular with a lot of folks.
As we duck and dive between the showers, we grab a word with one of the younger Beretta-sponsored shots, 16-year-old Ronnie Green.
I got a shooting lesson for my 11th birthday, so I just done that, and then after that I was just hooked on it really. I couldn't stop going, so yeah, just made my way to the Kent team and keep going for it. I've just gone up into juniors and trying to get my England badge and try and make my way up a bit more, but yeah, it's going well. I shot the Benelli, which I won juniors and A class, which was quite good. I'm happy with that. It's a great competition. Today I shot with a DT11, which was a sponsored gun from GMK. So yeah, I love it. It's a great gun. Yeah.
GMK has made this one series formula work.
It's good to be back here at Holywell. Lovely ground. It's close, very convenient for us, and there's lots of shooters around here. So yeah, could have done without the deluge before we came here, but apart from that, the shoots, we've actually got away very well with the during the shooting itself, because there's not been too many flowers.
And the course itself, have you shot it? Did you like it?
Yeah, I shot it on Thursday. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing too long out there, but there was plenty of targets you could miss through being deceived, really. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Stand 2 has been described as the bogey stand, but Carl struggled elsewhere.
My worst one was stand 16. I just had a mental block, but I think everyone's got their own little bogey stand out there. There's plenty of targets to be missed, 120 of them.
Even with the soggy conditions, the event runs seamlessly. Laporte supplies the hardware and the engineers, and Malcolm is on call too, just in case there's a little tinkering needed. With all the adding up done, amazingly, considering the conditions, it will be a three-way shoot-off for the championship. Step up John Lee, Richard Bunning and Carl Bloxham. They each have to shoot 4 pairs on stand 2. John takes it and makes up for missing out last year.
Oh, very pleased. Yeah, very pleased. I mean, shoot-offs, they can go anyway, as you know. I got lucky. Yeah, I didn't think 114 would be enough. To be fair to Carl, he shot 114 today in really rough conditions. I had it a lot easier than that. Fair play to Carl.
Beretta sponsored shot these days, so it must be quite sweet.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm shooting. I have been shooting the 692 black. I've had a custom stock made, and I've just not quite got the balance right yet. So I went back to the 690, which I shot last year, and yeah, it did the business today. So happy.
When we interviewed him last year, he wanted a special watch to give to each of his children, so this now means the job is done, right?
Yeah, well, that's another story. I needed this one for my 3 kids, but my wife has then said she wanted one, so I now need another one. So I thought I'd got there, but no. So yeah, another one now. I've got 3, so 1 more to go.
Can I have one?
Yeah, I'll try and get you one.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. So it is congratulations to all the winners and the runners-up, and if you fancy a shiny new Beretta, have a look at gmk.co.uk. Well done, John. And as John mentioned, an incredible performance by Carl, who was the only one to achieve the 114 on the Saturday in torrential rain. Now from rain to Rio, we find out how they set up a double trap layout for the Olympics.
My job is to check first of all the targets and the machine in the 3 events, trap, double trap and skid. Every day we set the 15 machine for the 3 ranges, or the 3 machine for double trap or 2 machine for skid. We have a draw, and the draw gives us the number of the scheme that we have to apply for the competition, and then when the competition is over in the noon, we check the 45 targets and 45 machine, and we prepare for the next days. The next days at the beginning in the morning, immediately we recheck another time the target, and if everything's okay, the competition can start. It's very, very important to set in the right way, because we have a scheme with the height, with the distance, with the angle, and we have to respect this scheme first of all for the shooters. For me, it's not the first time that I work with Jeff, because I was also in the Olympic Games in London and before in Beijing and Athens, and it's a long time that I know Jeff and the other Laporte people, and I'm very happy to work with these persons because they're very, very professional. It's very easy to set the machine with these persons. And also because the machine, the trap machine, the Laporte trap machine is very easy to set. There is not complicated, there is not too much trouble to set the machine.
Are you excited about the Olympics? Does it get you excited?
Yes, of course. This is my 5th Olympic Games, but each Olympic Games is a new one. So we have new things to see, new things to do, and I'm very, very happy to be here, and I hope also to be in the future in Tokyo or somewhere.
It is getting close. Okay, finally, Henry Hopking has some words of wisdom on how to improve your shooting.
An exercise that you can do, which is worthwhile, is to get someone to film you and to look at the timing within your routine and how consistent you are. Go through, feel the flow of getting yourself down, push the intensity up, pull, and just stick to that timing. When I'm working with students, I'm looking for people to have a consistent routine within about half a second to a second every single pair or every single target you're shooting at. An example being that when someone closes the gun and brings the gun up, sometimes people go pull, and other times it might be pull. There's a difference in pause. There is an optimal time, because if you're rushing and you're just going pull, you haven't had a chance to get your focus visually and mentally out with the target. The other end of the scale is where someone may bring their gun up, pull. That too long a pause opens a big door of where these thoughts, the little monkey, can start talking to you. So it's about finding that timing. Once you've found that sweet spot, if you're recording, and we have recorded and found that Dave has the sweet spot of about 7 seconds at the moment, that should be consistent within half a second every single time.
Thank you, Henry, and thank you for watching Claysports. We're back in a couple of weeks with the latest from the world sporting in Italy. See you then.